But he does make jokes during all this. Like, he's gross. He's melting. He's got what looks like jizz all over his
my
shirt,
God.
but it's his. We find out it's his like enzyme that
It's his
dissolves
vomit.
Shit. Yeah.
And he's like, record me. Well, let's make a show out of this.
But before he
people
does
wanna
that, he's
know.
talking to her, and he's like, the computer didn't know the difference, and it made it us, and we hadn't even met yet. My Goldblum is becoming Shatner, but it's
Well,
Shatner is
he's-
just less charming Goldblum.
But he's also doing a very skittish performance here, so it is kind of Shatner. It's all over the place.
and he is. I love his performance
Super
because
twitchy.
it's got all the goo and stuff. But yeah, he's doing the twitching, and he's like moving his,
And his
limbs
eyes
and
going
his neck,
everywhere.
and yeah, it's good. I mean,
he's
fun,
doing a
it's
wonderful
fun.
performance.
he picks up a donut, and she's like, "You're gonna eat that donut?" And he's like, "Sure am," and just pukes jizz all over this donut.
Did you want to bite?
And I love it because he's like, "Oh, that's disgusting, isn't it?"
Oh.
And then his ear falls off. It's like, maybe that's worse.
No, that's disgusting.
And she's just absolutely horrified because she's in love with this guy.
She's not that horrified because she gives him a hug, and I'm
She does.
sorry. If
I was
just
melting and came to,
I don't want to hug you now, and it's not because of who you are; it's because of who I am. If your ear falls off, I don't want to touch you.
If your mother's ear fell off and then she started crying, would you hug her?
Is she dying?
If she's in this
Does
position
she look like
right
this?
now.
Because my first thought is leprosy, and
Yeah.
I'm not hugging a leper.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not.
how you get
I'm not
grayscale.
Jesus, dude. I'm.
Yeah, it takes way longer than 3 days for him to come back.
Because that's the whole thing in the Bible, right? Jesus went and hung out with a bunch of lepers.
He didn't just hang out with him; he cured him, dude.
Yeah, maybe they were chilling first.
Yeah.
You guys had great stories growing up.
Oh,
I didn't
the
have stories like
best,
that.
the
And
best
Jesus is
fiction.
passing around a joint, and he was tired of getting it back with lips on it, so he cured them.
This is actually not working out for my relationship. You know what? Cured. And you don't get leprosy, and you don't get leprosy, and you don't get leprosy.
I cured that one, but I accidentally turned his blood into wine, so he's not alive. But
He's pretty drunk.
But I learned a new trick, guys. Let's
Everyone,
drink some
check
wine.
under your seats. It's your index finger.
It's opposable thumbs, guys.
You're welcome.
She goes back to Potterdam the Third, Getz, and he's like, dude, bail on this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
this is not good.
I
I-
can't quit him.
He's got a great line. I don't know if you guys heard it because like we said something at this point, but it was also a trailer
Oh,
line. So,
yeah.
but she's like, but he's a great man and da da da. And he's like, yeah, and I'm sure Typhoid Mary was a pleasant person too if you saw her socially.
You know what though? She was, because she got tested and came up negative every time, so she didn't know that she was passing on that disease.
But he's like, you know what? I can make some money off this. Go and film him some more.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I don't believe you. Go film.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Yeah. I'm
He's
not gonna
watching
go
it. He's like,
there.
oh god. He's
He's
watching
absolute-
He's
the
watching
vomit
the.
part.
Yeah. Like that's where you showed. That's what you showed people.
That was actually really funny when she was filming him doing the vomit donuts.
Ah.
Because he's sitting down and he's like, you need to film this for like posterity to
Kids
show
are gonna
people."
love this.
But he sits down. He's like, "All right, kids. So you want to see how I eat?"
Well, because he said at the very least it'll make a fun children's book.
Yeah.
The Brundlefly.
But he literally says it there. He's like, "All right, kids."